Interesting, and they work for each other.
You know, but you know, you guys are very blessed because again, you're in a. This will always be a prestigious area.
Oh,
and
yeah.
while there's been a hit here, it is not as bad. I know for certain on a percentage basis.
Yeah, value-wise, and when you think of that kind of thing, yeah. The other thing is, you know, I'd rather live in a less prestigious neighborhood, have neighbors that you can walk in and talk to each other. But that's a whole nother story.
That's of course. I mean, there are parts of this neighborhood where people don't talk to each other.
Yeah,
sure. Because it'll take you 10 minutes to get from one side of the house to the other.
Yeah. They just don't go.
That's the Subway house. The guy who created Subway, he built that on spec.
Well,
that's the big landmark.
That was a huge. He doesn't have it anymore. But his partner built it as a spec house.
You know, and guys, if you go from 8 million to 5.6 million to a guy like that, it's a 4.5. It doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
It's all built in.
Right.
You know, but a lot of folks here, you go from 880 to 580, or
now
maybe like that, but 650.
Now you're underwater.
It's tough. It's tough. Depends on how much money you took out.
Right.
And a lot of people, you know, guys took a lot of money out.
Sure.
And some didn't even invest it back in the house, you know, so if they took it out to...
Where's my phone? Please excuse me.
Sure.
All right.
Make yourself at home, Steph. Alan, George, the whole house.
You talk about this subject with your advanced class.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Because you get all that vocabulary.
You do.
It's so much fun. So, water of life.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it is. Now explain the logo. I love it.
This is, I guess this is just a shirt I'm on.
It's a Center for Democracy.
Well, first of all, this is not my shirt.
Oh no.
I'm staying at a friend's house. I borrowed his shirt because mine was dirty.
Okay.
This apparently is a guy named Mark Echo, and
great logo.
his logo,
strong.
That's right. But he goes with all the stuff has the rhino on it. That's his label.
I thought it was sort of just talking about our political system.
No, I think
sort
it's
of like we need a new animal.
Not the elephant.
Well, because a rhino is basically nearsighted, which our political system is.
We need a new animal, but we've been saying that for 30 years. You know, and the truth is, do we have a two-party system? We probably don't. It's probably more of a one-party.
Oh, it is.
Come on, I'm from I hear more of it living up there.
I know. It must be so much interesting.
It is.
There is you're in the Beltway.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of a joke. So, but he has a tough job. Obama right now. Very tough job because the honeymoon's over. And everyone wants something from him.
Oh, they do. They do. So, what's your schedule? You're here for. You're not.
I'm here on business.
You're here on business.
Right. Here it is.
Okay.
I'll give you my card.
How cool.
You know. In fact, here's the good news.
Cool. Attorney Field Support Specialists.
Steve, what I didn't get a chance to tell JK is what I'm doing this time is, you know that I've had this company. This is the company I talked to you about when we met in Naples, and it's been growing.
Right.
This is why I don't have to go back to quote-unquote real work.
Right, because you kept things going.
It's grown, and right now I can pay my bills with this.
Coefficient
and
of friction testing.
We'll talk about
I
that.
love it.
We'll talk about it. Here's what you're really going to love. I'm going to be flying into town more because of the business. You know, most of the attorneys are Florida-based.
A lot of them are in the southeast. Right?
If you want, anytime, sometime this year, I'll come in and we'll talk. I'll talk to your class about that.
Oh,
we'll hand out cards.
Sure.
And we'll just talk about the card.
What it's like.
It would be
Look at the vocabulary here.
It'd be awesome.
This is amazing.
So, anyway, I could speak to all these.
Have you ever spoken on YouTube about this? Because you could, do some guerrilla marketing there.
I've seen some of your stuff.
Have you? I guess you want to put the suit on and all that.
I don't know, but I certainly defer to your knowledge of it. But your stuff's excellent. This thing here, coefficient of friction testing, basically it's something that's a new service that we've gotten into. These attorneys are personal injury attorneys, and when there's a slip and fall case,
right,
the plaintiff's attorney, who's carrying a suit, let's say, wants to determine whether the floor surface whereby his client slipped is up to code.
There's actually a test.
There is a machine, it costs $1,000, it's called a pull meter. We'll bring it into the class and show the kids.
Cool.
And you pull it as a digital readout, it gives you a coefficient. Now coefficient is a coefficient.
Like this would fail, right?
Friction.
This would have to
Actually, they get much, this is a little porous. The slippy stuff is that white glossy.
Oh, right.
Now,
right,
if you're
right,
a
right.
landlord and you have a rental, you don't want to put that.
Where it gets wet.
Right, but
especially.
most of the lawsuits are, they're more with businesses, like a Walmart or a restaurant.
And they use linoleum, and
In
that's
some
pretty.
cases, in some cases.
Yeah.
But there's all, you know, there's OSHA, there's the American with Disabilities Act, maybe there's a ramp, and someone slipped on the ramp, and the
Right.
pitch.
Yeah. It might
Interesting.
have been wrong. Who
So
knows?
we get the reading, you know, we don't make the judgment.
So you're the support. That's why it says field support.
We get the reading
You get the
out
call,
in the field.
and you
We
say-
go out in the field with a technician,
Right.
but then we take the data to an engineer that we contract, a mechanical engineer, that certifies the result and creates a report to give to the attorney.
Oh, cool. This is the angle.
This is the service that my company provides. I have the contract, the subcontractor who's the attorney, and we charge, you know, a good fee for that, and everyone gets paid. I get paid,
Yeah.
the technician who provides
Sure.
the service, and the engineer gets paid.
Well, you got an 800 number on there?
Yeah, we're moving on up, buddy.
Yeah. Your email goes right through the website. Hey,
We're moving on up.
you're doing the right stuff. I love it.
So I don't think that what I was doing previously is I was running this company, because I have very capable people, but also working in DC.
Sure.
I was making
Sure.
really good money, but also making good money here.
Right.
This has grown, which is great. Got laid off twice while living in Virginia. I don't want to get laid off, guys.
No.
So I'm thinking, take that energy, this is what my parents say, and Carrie says, George, put it into here, and grow this,
Well, because at some point, this is sort of accumulated enough
the
experience.
bill, and also could pay the bills. So,
Right. It can actually get big enough. Because you're not asking it to grow 3 times. If it just
Yeah.
kind of increased by 50% a year, it would be enough.
That would be enough, right. And again, it's grown with me putting very little effort, because I've always had a job.
Right.
Always had a job.
Right.
It's grown through the attorneys referring it to other attorneys.
I like the title, principal. Talk to me.
Yeah. Well, you know, and it's a limited liability corporation, and
Okay.
Carrie and I are 50-50 partners in the business. She's obviously a passive partner, but she's a
Sure.
stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
But it's worked well for us. Provides a lot of opportunities for write-offs. And
That is excellent. Now, you get your choice, either big bowl or little bowl. I'm sure you love chili. Hot. Now, we can even sit. We can go to the next room and
I'm
sit down.
probably,
Are you a ham guy?
yes, Sam,
Okay. We'll drop some ham on here. Give you some of this.
can't wait to hear about what's going on with you.
Yes. There we go. And let's see, give you like 3 of these. Do you get up to Orlando?
Well, I flew into Orlando, actually.
Because I have a friend who lives in Orlando. His son is an attorney.
Wow.
So,
How ironic, I flew into Orlando yesterday to close the deal and took a rental car down to Fort Lauderdale.
okay. Well, the other reason to go to Orlando is you gotta meet Jack. Who's this guy named Jack? 93 years young, but I really shouldn't have said that. He's like, he looks 60. Okay? 93